he's the worst part of it because it's an incredible song.
He's the worst part.
And that's a weird thing to say about Kanye West because you're Kanye West. You shouldn't be the worst part of a song.
Yo.
Check out the full podcast, link below.
Let's talk about this new album that finally dropped from Ye
Yes.
and Dolla Sign called Vultures. This is volume 1, right? After months of teasing, after Kanye giving us arena debacle IG lives telling us, yo guys, like I can't perform this album anywhere except for in Chicago. Like I need help finding an arena. I don't know if you guys saw that.
It's the only arena that I had access to in the past year. And when I call, people say there's no avails for me. And you know why that is. So if there's anybody out there that can help with this, please do.
Through cancellation in the Jewish community. He's been through so much since the last time he gave us music. I'm not surprised that people are still checking for Kanye West music. Shame on everybody who said, I'm canceling Kanye and I'm not listening to his music. We all knew that was cap. We all knew that was cap, right, guys?
I'll tell you, I'm Jewish. I think he's the greatest artist of all time.
First and foremost, man, you know, what'd you think of the album?
I thought it was borderline very good. I'll say very good. It's not my beautiful, dark, twisted fantasy production-wise, but it gives me a little bit of that feel. I think the production is this multi-layered beats that have several different levels to it. I thought it was really cool. One of the songs had a hell of a life. The beat sample just like really quick, which tells me that Kanye thought that would fit on that type of beat because it's kind of similar.
You know, he did that because Ozzy Osbourne was originally sampling Ozzy Osbourne, and he posted on Instagram like, "You are not allowed to sample my music." So then he switched.
I did see that.
He also just randomly sampled Juvenile. Maybe that was another one.
Well, what about the Backstreet Boys? The whole everybody.
Oh yeah, I can't remember.
I didn't like that.
Dolla Sign was fantastic on the album, in my opinion.
Yeah, great.
He very infectious melodies, but then he also had his hard-hitting rap joints. It's labeled as a Kanye West and Dolla Sign album, but in my opinion, it's more so Kanye West featuring Dolla Sign. Now, their parts are pretty equal. Dolla Sign is on the album pretty much on every song, and his part, he has a good amount of time on the album, but I just didn't think he was asked to be as bold as Kanye was. Kanye is the one that drives that album. Kanye's tone, his energy, the production fits Kanye. To me, it's just a Kanye album. I did not love Kanye's contributions to the album. I literally feel like if Kanye put a little more effort into his raps and didn't play around. See, that's the words I'm going to use. If he wasn't playing around on the album, that could be a classic album.
Good album or bad album? What do you got?
I've done 2 listens so far. I'll say it's a good album. Like we were saying before we started, we judge it based on other Kanye albums. It's not a great compared to other great Kanye albums, but it's a good rap album in general. I think one issue is that he announces these albums and these release dates before it's finished, which if you want to put pressure on yourself, sure. But once you push it back 5 times, like take a step back, finish the album, and then come back and tell us that you're going to release it. I don't get why he's talking about volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, and then now there's apparently a solo Kanye. Finish the music, then we can get there. His writing, he doesn't seem to care. And if he did, this could be an incredible album because on songs like Burn, it felt like old Kanye rapping. And we were talking about the Freddie Gibbs one. Like, he's the worst part of it because it's an incredible song.
He's the worst part. It's an amazing song.
And that's a weird thing to say about Kanye West because you're Kanye West. You shouldn't be the worst part of a song. You should be the best part of the song. And I wrote this down because the features are good and they're interesting. But Kanye used to be the Gap, like Banana Republic or Old Navy. He used to bring different worlds onto one song. And I feel like he stopped doing that. I think it would have been, like, it's cool that Playboi Carti's in the album, but imagine like a Playboi Carti and Jay-Z song. Like, I feel like that was a skill that Kanye used to do a lot. Was bring.
I see what you're saying.
Merging different worlds. I agree.
But yeah, it's a decent album. I'm sure he's gonna add changes to it, take off songs, add songs.
Yeah, everything you guys said. I mean, I definitely see where you're coming from. But if you want to be real though, like Kanye West, we having a more macro convo about Kanye musically, especially the last, let's say, 5 to 7 years or so. Like, you could probably say what you guys just said for like the last 5 to 7 years of music he's put out, right? Like, his rapping is usually not that potent these days, and I think we all have accepted this. We've never considered Kanye some supreme lyricist, so we don't even really judge his lyrics in that manner. For Kanye West, it's always been about musically, what is he crafting? Soundscape-wise, what is he merging? The producers, the composers, everybody he's bringing to the table. I actually thought bringing Ty Dolla on this album was very important because Ty Dolla $ign low-key, to a lot of people's, I guess, maybe surprise. Why is Ty Dolla $ign working with Kanye? I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who even think that. But if you guys are not tapped in, Ty Dolla $ign has been involved in the music industry with a lot of the Diddy's, he's collabed with everybody in the game. And so with that being said, it's sad. It's a sad day when a song with Playboi Carti and Rich the Kid is the best song that I heard from the album. I'm just this is a Kanye West album, bro. The Carnival song, that song is fire.
It is.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, but like, to me, it just shows me the direction that Kanye is in at this point in his career. And I'm not even necessarily mad with it. It's just one of those things where it's like the days of us expecting this like overly crafted, well thought out body of work that has so much depth and just impact from Kanye West. I think the days might be gone, guys.
No, it's
I
not.
think it might be gone.
It's from a rapping standpoint.
It might be
From
gone.
a production standpoint.
He's giving you the names of these songs called like there's no depth. Like, I get the production aspect, and it's dope. Like, there's a lot of great things to marvel at that side of things. But even just the concepts of songs are lacking to me.
I feel like Kanye also stopped singing as much, which is an underrated part that, like, he's really good at making amazing choruses. Like, incredible choruses. And I feel like this album doesn't have that as much. I mean, he has some of the most famous, catchy choruses in hip-hop history. And we were talking about this before, that he's kind of riding trends now. So the Everybody's song, it's like a cool song, but I expected more from Kanye than hopping on the new let's remix a 2000s track, and like it's just kind of basic.
For us, ever since starting this podcast, one of the big topics is songwriting and people getting help. I think the biggest thing that changed here is who's in the room with Kanye when he's making these songs.
It's too much help.
So like,
there's too many people.
It's too much, and then the people that are helping him. Like for instance, when he was on the come up, imagine the people that are probably in the room with him: Mike Dean, Consequence, Common, Kid Cudi, a young Kid Cudi trying to get an opportunity to show the world. Those are the kind of guys that are in the room. I have a sneaky suspicion that for songs like, Carnival, he had Rich the Kid in the room. Yeah. He had Playboy. He had probably like, a guy like, I don't know, like Tizo Touchdown. Like, these are the type of people who, where it may not necessarily resonate with the Kanye we know from the past.
Which is fine, but I will say that is all, while that can be considered a knock, I actually give Kanye credit because he has shown that he's been able to stay this relevant and been able to be this creative, pushing boundaries sonically because he's tapped in with the generation of people that we didn't expect. You think about what he did with Kid Cudi back then, the early Travis Scotts, like those were different worlds before he joined forces and sort of tapped into what their wave, and then now it's like, yo, what the hell is Kanye doing with 808 and Heartbreaks? That was different. We're not gonna act like that wasn't this left field move.
At that time, he was still young.
Okay.
He's now 50 or almost 50. Like, it's just too far a gap, in my opinion, to be trying to relate to that younger group. So now it may not have an impact on the production or the, overall structure of a song, but his content. They want to talk about ratchet stuff. And he's like, okay, I want to fit in.
Adam, you brought up his singing. You said, oh man, like he doesn't sing as much. We talked about the generations of like what he used to do and what he's doing now. It's like, look at what he did on that song Talking with Northwest. The Once Again. Like that singing melodic side of things where it's like, that's probably like an interlude if we're being honest, right?
But it's
like
catchy.
From a song standpoint. It's super catchy. It has melody. It has Kanye singing. The song has depth.
Has a
Like
sample,
that,
yeah.
I want to see more of that.
It's funny that when he was like making My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, he flew all these rappers out to Hawaii. No phones were allowed in the studio. They're wearing suits every day. And now you see videos of like the current recording process. There's like 100 people in the room videotaping him on Instagram Live. It looks hectic. And that's kind of what the album sounds like. There's just too many people.
does.
He's got like 100 producers on every single song. It's just, it represents what the album is. It sounds a little hectic.
It does. It sounds. That's the perfect word to put it. It sounds hectic, but still, I still think it's good.
It's a good album.
Do you know how much energy it takes for you to like not try on these songs?
Yeah, it's like he's trying to
Like-
write bad lines on purpose.
It's like you're purposely trying to sound bad. Like that's what the album sounds like. It's like it's one thing to say Kanye fell off. It's one thing to say Kanye he just don't got it no more. He sounds like he purposefully is trying to write bad.
Hey, but guys, I believe that is what is happening, and I think that Kanye is such a what I would call he's so ingratiated. He's such a legend at this point. We all trust his judgment so much. I think he takes us for granted as fans. He takes us for granted.
I mean, he's an egomaniac.
Like, look at what he did with the whole poop did he scoop, doop did he do. His whole point was like, yo, y'all are gonna know that I'm trolling. Y'all are not gonna take this song
Yeah.
seriously, but I'm gonna make y'all care.
And he's smart.
And here's how.
Because when he's in trouble, he's like, all right, let me make a soul sample beat and rap, and everyone will love me again.
I'm gonna get y'all to
Yes,
care again.
facts.
I'm gonna get y'all to care again.
He could say the craziest shit and then just drop like a Mad Lib type beat and with him actually rapping on it, and I would be like, all right. I mean, whatever he said before, who cares? This is crazy.
Bro, Kanye has us all in the palm of his hands.
Listen to the full episode, link below.